Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to our video where you join us currently moored at Gas Street Mooring in Birmingham, where we spent the last 8 days, and this is where it's located in the UK. But it's time to leave and we're now preparing to make our journey to Tamworth. So we start our journey leaving Gas Street, which we were quite sad to leave, to be honest, because being in the centre of Birmingham for 8 days we had a wonderful time. But when we left Gas Street we entered Farmers Bridge locks, which were 13 locks in total. We then went into the 11 Aston locks and made our way under Spaghetti Junction and on to Erdington, where we moored up overnight. The following morning we received notification from CRT where we were advised to moor short of the Minworth locks due to low water levels, so that's what we did, and then we thought we'd tackle them the next day. We passed through the Minworth locks without incident, but then got to the Curdworth locks, which is where the fun and games started, which you'll see in the video. When we eventually made it through Curdworth locks, we continued our journey, turning left at Fazeley Junction and entering the Coventry Canal, where we found our mooring just short of Sutton Road Bridge in Tamworth, ready for our delivery.
It's just gone 5 o'clock in the morning and we're leaving Birmingham. We have absolutely loved our stay here. As you can see from our photos and videos, Birmingham is a very clean city. However, the same cannot be said about the canals leading in and out. Be aware that Em is going to blow the horn to warn oncoming boaters. We are heading towards Erdington.
Hello, hope you're well. We left Birmingham yesterday at 5 AM because it was like sunny. Well, it wasn't sunny, well it was sunny then actually, but we were wanting to beat the hot weather because it did get to 34 yesterday. We come through, how many locks are on? 20 odd locks?
Yeah.
And we didn't film because it was a bit touch and go. One lock closure had been temporarily repaired, and we were just kind of keen to get through there. But as we were just coming under Spaghetti Junction onto the Birmingham and Fazeley Canal, there was a notification from the CRT to say that the Minworth top lock, or Minworth and Curdworth locks, are closed due to low water levels. So we moored up as soon as we could, and we made it to Erdington. But I've walked along to the lock, which is about a mile away from where we are, and there was a boat leaving there, and the CRT said to them, moor up on the lock landing, no one's going anywhere. The services, well, the Elsan is there, so it'll be really useful to be near that. So we're just going to move a mile to the lock, Minworth top lock, and moor up just in front of the lock, and then we can kind of be ready for when it opens again. Hopefully, so the water levels, I think they're pumping water to try and ease the low levels. But we have got a bed delivery in Tamworth because we're changing our cabin bedroom area, and we've bought a Gastra Ottoman bed, so we've got storage underneath. It's just easier than the bed we've got. We'll do some filming of the before and after, but we really want to get as near to Tamworth as possible so we can get our bed delivery sorted out. And it's coming to this store in Tamworth, and a man in the van said he'd deliver it to the canal towpath for us for a small charge, but we'll make it to wherever we can and give him a call and say, look, can you bring it to us where we are? So that's really why we're on our way back to Tamworth to pick up the bed. And then we won't be waiting for any deliveries or anything. We'll be good to move on. And I think we're talking about going to Coventry. That's pretty much where I'm sat most of the time. So we thought we'd go there and see what that's like. But we'll keep you posted, but this is a short journey. Well, that was fun. And I can smell KFC, which is there, which isn't helping. It looks like we got caught on a branch underneath the water coming through the bridge, because you can just hear the twigs breaking and the boat scraping on it as we went through. And then when I got partly through the bridge, the boat wouldn't move at all. So I had to jump 3 feet onto the towpath with the rope and just try and pull it. You might wonder why I was pulling it forward as opposed to just getting on, but I was trying to bring the boat in close enough for me to get back onto it. And because of the low water levels, the advice is to stay into the middle of the canal, which I didn't do. But coming up to the lock landing is got a deeper draft area, but I think there's still a bit of branch stuck under the hull on the bow, which I'll probably have to look at when we moor up at the lock landing. But we're on the move again, which is a good thing. I'm just going to take it steady. It's funny, isn't it, that we wish for sunny weather and we're in our third heat wave, which is excellent. The weather's beautiful, if not too hot, but I don't want to complain about that. But you know, having sunny weather, you know, the UK don't seem to be equipped very well for a lot of sun, a lot of snow, a lot of water. We don't seem to be able to manage anything in its extremity, but yeah, we need rain, I think, just to get water levels back to a reasonable standard that we can cruise properly. But you know, it's fine. We're moving again now, and we'll be mooring up very soon, I hope, says he cheerfully. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well. It's just gone 4 a.m. And we've been moored up at the lock landing, which the CRT said that we could because of the water levels and lock closures. But yesterday there was a couple of boats, well, 2 boats during the day that came up the lock, and they said the water levels were low but passable, even though they haven't officially said so. But we are going to make a move because we have to be in Tamworth for a delivery. We're having our new bed delivered, so we're going to see how we go to get through 11 locks, well 12 including this one, to get to the other side of Curdworth and get to Tamworth. So hopefully it will go well, fingers crossed. I've just filled the lock and waiting. I know it looks quite light probably through the camera, but I don't think it's light enough to cruise responsibly and operate locks. So I've just filled this one, and when it starts just to get a bit lighter, we'll make our way. But the water level's looking okay here, but we'll just see what it's like a bit further on with 12 locks ahead of us. That situation may change. So Cindy just in the first lock, about 11, and we're on our way. But waiting for it to get light.
This is where on the way to Birmingham we got rope caught around our prop. This was shown in the last video. Yeah. At the moment we're waiting here because a pound down here is empty because paddles on the lock were left open. So CRT has said we've got to open the locks up there to let the water run down here to fill it up again. Some lovely man has gone riding up there on his bike to open them. This lock is almost empty because of the paddles being left open. You can see there's hardly any water left in this pound, and those paddles were left open. We have now filled this lock up, and I'm opening one of these paddles to let the water come down here and hopefully fill it up a bit more. Now it's filling up, looking a bit more healthier. We want to come down and another boat wants to come up. So this is the pound after lock 4. I'm going to take a look at the pound after lock 5. And all because somebody left paddles open.
Well, the pounds are looking decent now. Now we've got some water down here. Thank you to David on the left from Narrowboat Alice Springs. He's moored up just the other side of lock 7, and we're currently in lock 4. And he's given us a hand down because he closed the paddles after the vandals left them open, and gave us a hand moving some water down. But thank you to David from Narrowboat Alice Springs. Really good of him to take the time to give us a hand. Thanks, mate.
The vandals that opened the paddles have added an extra 4 to 5 hours to our journey, but we're fine. What upsets us is the impact that the drained pounds have on the birds, fish, insects and mammals that depend on the canals for survival.
What you're about to see was a surprise to us both. Both Cindy opening the gate and me going in, we didn't see it at all. It turns out the gate beam had rotted and one of the bolts was protruding, which was enough to tear off the side fender of the bow. I had secured the side fenders with a lower gauge rope which creates a weak spot so it breaks first, so it can be reattached. But you can see the bolt that is protruding here. We did contact CRT and inform them.
Finally at Tamworth on the Coventry Canal. A subscriber, Chris, who used to live in Tamworth, informed us that Tamworth gave its name to what is now a rare breed of pig. The pigs were uniquely ginger in colour and earned then the name of sandybacks, a nickname that was also once used to refer to the people of Tamworth. Thank you, Chris. Love hearing about the areas we visit. If anyone else has any interesting facts of the areas we visit, please let us know and we'll try to include them in our future videos. And at the end of the day, the much needed rain. Thank you for watching this adventure, and it was an adventure. Take care and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.